In this episode of Designing Minds, we feature fashion's it girl, Erin Fetherston. Known for ultra-feminine design, Erin has dressed the likes of Kirsten, Dunst, and Zooey Deschanel. From haute couture to Target's Go International campaign, her imagination knows no bounds.
I'm Erin Fetherston, and I'm on Designing Minds. I was a really creative child, and I'm an only child. Having a huge imagination was also really necessary for me to just kind of keep myself entertained and engaged. I think I was really under the influence of just living in Paris, and I was living in this really beautiful house-mannion apartment, like a French-style apartment with all the trimmings. Some of my favorite pieces came out of that collection, and it was Through the Looking Glass. And I was kind of thinking of, if you were kind of having almost a hallucination inside this kind of an environment. There was a surrealist aspect to it. We did this one dress, and it had a bodice, and then the whole skirt was in tulle. We had to cut through 50 meters of tulle to make this one dress, which is a lot of tulle. Working on this dress was really a huge project, but I ended up wearing that dress in my first portrait for American Vogue, and it really has kind of become one of the most iconic images in my brand history. Well, I wanted to do a film in the first place because for me, every collection has quite a story behind it, and I sort of feel like I am a storyteller through my clothes. And at the same time, I had recently met Kirsten Dunst, who I always thought was just really adorable, and I liked her style. She fell in love with the clothes, and that was really kind of it. I mean, she was moved by the clothes themselves to want to be a part of it and to participate. And so with Ellen and Kirsten, we just kind of made it happen. The actual day that we made that film, I think, is one of the best days of my life. It was just so fun, and it was so natural, and it was really spontaneous, and it just came together really organically. I chose to move here when I was doing my project with Target. Target was, launching the Erin Fetherston Go International collection. There was a huge marketing push. I had many obligations to be here. So it just sort of felt like the natural time to, come back to the States. We really chose this red satin Peter Pan collar kind of baby doll dress to market that as kind of the iconic look because it was so eye-catching. I did 2 coats for them. One is a black coat, and it had this kind of little ruffle at the sleeve cap. I feel like those pieces, they got quite a lot of mileage. It's somehow heightened in a way, even maybe more stylized than things I've done before. We're doing some really big shoes, and we might be doing some really, big things on the head. So I think that there's going to be quite a lot of drama. To me, clothing does have a transformative property to it, and it's kind of like the most ideal vehicle for fantasy because you can just sort of put something on and it can transport you, if you want to go there, to another place or to another mood. And that whole process, that it all came from me somehow, and I think that that's what's really special. I think there's no mistaking it. There's nothing generic or interchangeable with anyone else. I feel that it's really got my signature on every piece, and that is something I'm really proud of.